Lovely family, friend fellow Africans, that is Professor PLO Lumumba, after touched the land of Zimbabwe. Professor joined other Pan-Africanists such as Joshua Maponga, Dr. Arikana Chihombori-Quao, Vusi Tembakwayo, to speak with young Zimbabweans. In that occasion, these Pan-Africanists shared their views to young Zimbabweans. The occasion took place in Alale International Conference Center, where these Pan-Africanists shared their views, their ideas, their thoughts, and advice to young people. Among the things that were discussed was about the issue of mentalities, how we can change our mentalities, how we can build the future, how we can use our time, how we can change our own behavior so that we can build the Africa that all of us we want. Let me dive deep a little bit to what our Pan-Africanists were discussed. On the issue of the mentality, they said that don't believe in vulture mentality. It does not about tearing each other down. It's about lifting each other up. My win does not mean you are lose. It means the whole village rises. So that's what they told young Zimbabweans. And that's the great thing, that we Africans, we need to raise each other. We need to support one another. That is the message. Also, they discussed the issue of value your time. In Africa, many young people are losing time, are wasting time, have an experience. If you go in many, especially in township, these young people are playing pool tables. Even on the morning, it's about the issue of mentality. It's about the issue of value your time. We play these, don't know what we call, play these cards, and we lose a lot of time. So we need to value our time. In that occasion, these Pan-Africanists told us, young people, that stop wasting time waiting for permission, for perfect funding, for big breaks. Start with what you have. The seed of your hand is enough to plant an empire. It's true that we don't need to wait someone to tell us that this is the right time to do what is good in life. We have to take the decision. What we have in our hands is enough. We have ideas. Let us implement those ideas. One day I was sharing my thought with my fellow Africans, talking about how we can change this continent, what we can do. That's also who asked me that we don't have fund. I asked them, do you have an idea if you get fund? They said, no. If I will get money, I will think what I can do. That is a big mistake. We need to think first before receiving or getting money. We need to have an idea that if I got money, if I will receive money, or if I will have money, I will do this and this and this. That's the problem that we have. We are waiting to have money. The thing that is so difficult. So we need to start with what we have. We have land, we have water, we have sun, we have energy. Sometimes there are things that does not need money. It needs energy, power, and decision. So we need to value our time. Also, they asked that we need to be authentic, be real, to be ourselves. So be you. In a world that sells imitation, your originality is your power. You can't copy greatness. You have to cultivate it. That's what they said. And these are very, very conscious words and awakening words. We need to be ourselves. You see, right now, you see these Europeans are making a lot of money from cosmetics. They sell to us cosmetics. They sell to us, to our mothers, our sisters, these Peruvian hairs, they call Brazilian hair. These hairs, many things, these plastic nails, because they have their own identity. So we Africans, because we don't want to be ourselves, we want to be like them. That's why we are going to spend a lot of money to make us to look like them. Have you seen European women maybe putting black color in their faces to look like us? Have you seen like that? No. But it is African women who want to be like white people, because white people, they have valued their identity and they have decided to be themselves. But we Africans, we are not ready to be ourselves. So also, Professor has and Dr. Arikana and Vusi was talking about those issues that let us be ourselves. Also on the issue of add value to your weaknesses. Yes, all of us, we have weaknesses. Yes, we need to add value to improve. Even myself, when I was starting this platform, speaking to audience, it was too hard. I struggled. There's those who said, your English is not okay. Yes, I asked it. I said to them, English is not my mother tongue. I'm just learning. But my aim is to share my message, not to teach English here. This is not an English class. The aim was to share message and good things from our mother continent, Africa. So today, you see, at least I'm improving. But I will continue to add value to what I'm doing. So I believe even you, my dear brothers and sisters, you have something to do, unique. You have something unique. You have to add value to your weaknesses. So it is possible. A few days ago, I shared when I planted banana trees and those fish ponds, I shared with you. So we have to start with what we have, and we have to improve our weaknesses to make sure that we can bring changes. Apart from that, my dear lovely family, it is not about pretending you are perfect. It is about taking your gaps and building strength into them. Work on yourself like you work on your business. That is an importance. Also, the issue of accountability, discipline, ownership. No one owes us anything. Not the government, not the system, not the rich. It's an us to stand and to build, to own. So don't think that there's some people who will come and help you. Of course, on the issue of accountability, have I said, discipline is your own. You need to be disciplined, to discipline yourself. If you have planned the time, you know, one thing that we lose in Africa is the issue of discipline, self-discipline. We don't have self-discipline. If you have money, we spend our money without discipline. You don't have got an experience. If you have money, sometimes you feel to buy even useless things, but we need to be disciplined. Also, other issue that we are discussed there is the issue of social media wisely, to use social media in wisely. Social media can either elevate you or expose you. Use it as a platform for purpose, not just for show. Your voice matter. Use it. So the way we are doing here, my dear lovely family, this is a platform where, as Africans, we come together to find best solutions for challenges. We share our thoughts, and you see your solution has been taken by our leaders. If you are familiar in this platform, 6 or 7 years ago, I shared the views on how we can feed ourselves when Africans at that time were importing Chinese plastic rices. I shared my views that there's no need for us to import plastic rice while we have horrible land that can grow our own rice. I suggested that if maybe people have no equipment, why not the government buy or bought those equipment and supply to these people who are in schools, young people who are studying agriculture things, or those who are in agriculture sector, students who are taking the field of agriculture, give them as a field. Instead of going to offices and asking for feed, give them those equipment and tell them that go and produce maybe 1 ton of rice. So those ideas are the idea that right now we see in Burkina Faso. You have suggested many things that you see happening in Burkina Faso, in many African countries. So you have ideas, you have solutions. So if we can use these platforms the way we are using here, we can change things. We have seen how social media has brought us together. My dear brothers and sisters who are in Caribbean, who are in America, in Europe, in Asia, we are here. All of us, we are here. I'm in Africa. So we share our thoughts. We come together. So you see how we can use these platforms. So they agree to use this platform in a Wesley way. So I think we are doing so. And we need to continue to improve how we can benefit from this social media. Right now we are talking about we Africans, we need to sell our products, we need to sell our innovation, and also to share what we have, especially opportunities. We can use these social medias to share what we have and to make money, as people are doing. Also on the issue of to compete, we need to collaborate. Professor Lumumba, Dr. Arikana Chihombori-Quao, also Vusi Tembakwayo has also argued young people that we shouldn't stop competing. We need to work together, to collaborate. Of course, I've been saying this many times. This is not the time for we Africans to compete. If you are familiar, as I said many times, you will understand this. We have been talking this many times, that if you look at these African countries, many of them are producing the same products. If it's gold is found in Ghana, in Burkina Faso, in South Africa, in Tanzania, in everywhere gold is found there. The same to diamond, the same to lithium. But instead of these countries starting competing each other, why don't we as Africans instead build a hub, maybe gold hub, where all African gold can be taken or processed there, instead of competing? Because if we are competing, we are going nowhere. We are talking about stop exporting our natural resources into low forms. So just imagine, if we agreed, maybe country A is accepting that I'm not going to export our natural resources or our gold into low form. What about country C? If they wake up and say we are going to export, so it's because of competition. But if we can collaborate, we can speak with one voice. That's what they mean here. We need to stop competing. We need to collaborate. Also, dear lovely family, on the issue of start small, start now, they asked that you can start with a small thing, because many of us, we think about having huge, but that huge thing can start with a small thing. They suggested that we need to start now, but start small. That is what they have argued. Apart from that, dear lovely family, man is an idea backed by confidence. So if you can think it and believe it, you can build it. Resources or falls resolve. It's not about having the money first. It's about having the vision. I have said this at the beginning, that money comes after your vision. Vision is what is going to generate money. So if you have a vision of selling some product, that is the vision. So if you sell that or those products, you are going to get money. So money follows your vision. That's what they have suggested, and many other issues. So also the issue is to wake up. That Vusi said it's the best. Build your wall. That means you build your skill until you are too good to be ignored. Become a master of your craft. So you need to build your own to improve yourself. Also, Africa does not lack resources, it lacks ownership. Yes, I agree. The gold, the land, the people, the brilliant, we have it all, but we must move from consumers to creators, from workers to owners, from imitators to innovators. So that is what Africans were argued. So, my dear lovely family, friends, fellow Africans, that is what we are discussing in that meeting between our Pan-Africanist Professor PLO Lumumba, Dr. Arikana Chihombori-Quao were there, Vusi Tembakwayo, and Joshua Maponga was also there. But the panelist was containing three people: Tembakwayo, Professor PLO Lumumba, and our mother ambassador, Dr. Arikana Chihombori-Quao. So I'm trying to work hard to bring you that powerful conversation in this platform. So I'm still working to communicate to the owners of that, the hoster who hosted that conversation, because you cannot release their information without their permission. So I'm still working to them to see how I can get that video or that I can share to you. So, my dear lovely family, let me say thank you. Have a nice time. Thank you for watching. Have a peace. Stay in power. See you next time. Thank you.
Thank you, Africa. Mama Africa. Oh, yeah. You make African great. Thank you, Africa. Thank you, Africa.